Hi guys, welcome to this week's Gold Lap Guide. This time we take on Grand Valley South in reverse with the Ford Roadster from the 1930s in the latest online lap time challenge. I've currently got a gold time, so I'll show you what I did to achieve that. Now, I bought this car ages ago and I'm delighted to see it make an appearance on the lap time challenge series. Although I like the car, I've never driven this circuit configuration before this challenge, and it's a bit tricky first time out, so make sure you stick around to the end. I'll show you pick up a few helpful tips. So just like last week guys, the first thing I did was change the ABS to default. I'm normally a weak ABS driver, but this car slides very easily, so the default ABS setting worked best for me on this specific occasion. So coming up to start the lap, a quick note guys, this car only has 3 gears. I'm going to spend the majority of it in 3rd gear, so no need to worry about too much downshifting and upshifting. First corner, anyway, get to the right hand side of the tunnel and you'll notice some braking markers. The one I like to use is highlighted right there. It's the 200 marker. When I see that, I want to make sure I'm off the throttle. I'm going to start just feeding in some of the brakes. And for the tunnel part of the corner, I'm going to stay in 3rd gear. So let's run through this in slow motion and see what's actually happening. So as we see the exit of the tunnel, I start to gradually apply the brakes. Now when we get the car in a straight line, you can then go to full braking for a brief moment to just knock some more speed off this car. Don't downshift too early because you will spin. Get braking into this corner, down to 2nd gear when the revs are low enough, and try and hug this inside of this corner. Just through this bit. Now it's a slight double apex. You can take it as double apex, take it as a single apex. I don't think it really matters too much. I take it as a double, but experiment with it, see what works for you. Next corner, braking point I like to use is roughly where this arrow is. Now the corner just sticks out a little bit. I don't think you can quite see it on this picture. The corner sticks out on the left hand side just there. When I get to that point, I'll then hit the brakes and stay in 2nd gear for this next corner. You don't want to overcharge this corner, try to keep the sliding to a minimum. You want to try and set the next little section up. So don't fly through there too quick. Make sure you take some curbing on this left hand side. Miss the cones on the right and keep 2 wheels on the inside of the white line. From behind the car you see this better. There's a little dip on this inside of the corner here, just where I got these wheels there. The car dips around, it just helps the car to turn through this corner. You can do this flat as well in 3rd gear. Now you want to make sure you're using all the circuit on the right hand side, going through this as fast as possible. Miss the cones on the outside, hit those, you get a penalty or any invalidation. Track limits, keep 2 wheels on the inside of this white line. If you go outside it, you'll again get an invalidated lap. And by taking it flat, you maximise this little bit of a straight. Next braking point, very tricky, downhill. Just somewhere around this 200 marker, either just before it, just after it. I'm going to then brake down to 2nd gear, but you're not just going to snatch 2nd gear straight away. You want to take some revs off the car first because you might just spin the car if you downshift a bit too quickly. So we're hard on the brakes in a straight line, down to 2nd gear. I'm going to trail in, again try and keep the sliding to a minimum here. You don't want to be too slidey through this corner. Try and open up this next section. Now we'll do this again slowly. Flat 3rd gear. Get as close as this can to this wall on the outside without touching it. Maximise that track usage, take maximum speed through there. You'll see from behind the car. Up to 3rd gear, miss the wall. You get close to it, but don't hit it. Clip that curb inside there. Again, make sure you keep your tyres inside the white lines. Very easy to invalidate your lap just there. I did a few times. Flat through here to set up this last corner. And this last corner kept catching me out. Don't know why, it just did. Braking point I like to use for it, somewhere just around the 100 marker, maybe just before it, just after it. Have a play about, see what you think. And you can use 2nd or 3rd gear for this, but I preferred 3rd gear. So as this car is quite underpowered, we can't do a big squared off line for the best time. So what best thing to do is carry momentum through this corner. Hug this apex better than I do on the way in. Get your eyes out to the exit curbing. When you feel comfortable, get back on the power. Use all this circuit on the right hand side for the run down to the line. And I just want to say a massive thank you very much for the support. We got to 1,000 subscribers this week. Thank you. As always, if you get value out of this, then please do hit the like button and consider subscribing for more content like this. Across the line for 1 minute 19.112, which was good enough for 0.7%. That's quite good for me, really. And 49th in the world. Now there's just less than a week to get a goal time in for the Dragon Trail Gardens Reverse Mercedes 190 Time Trial Challenge. If you need a lap guide or you need a few pointers, I've got you covered. Check this video out right here. It could be a benefit to you. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Appreciate the support. Massive thank you. Have a good week. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.